So Om Shanti. You all know this term, right? Om Shanti. And especially today, after 1 hour's meditation, we feel Om Shanti, right? We feel totally at peace. Like, don't you think like this is essential at least once a week, if not every day, to keep returning back here, reminding ourselves of who we are, why we're here, what's the purpose? Yeah. So the topic that we thought to take up today is something success and satisfaction in a world of more. So everybody's looking for that little more in the guise of more will make me happier. But I think all of you have a lot, right? Well, Alhamdulillah, you have a lot. So are you not happy? Still pushing for more. So yeah, I just want to begin by saying that think about it, we know so much now through the internet and so many people on YouTube and podcasts and everything. And there's just so much knowledge out there. Thank you. You can take this one. Thank you. And there's just so much knowledge out there, and yet very few are actually wise. And then there are so many ways to become rich, right? From the net, you have so many hacks and what is that? Like Dummy's Guide to this and Dummy's Guide to that. And right, you can learn so much from ChatGPT. And so why are more people not getting richer, more famous? It's overcrowded. Big marketplace. And even though we know so much, we have so much, we are not content. That's the point. So, yeah, that's the big question. Is it about acquiring, hoarding, securing, and kind of running the rat race? Or is it really about looking at the soul and saying, okay, what is there inside the soul already? Do you see? Desire, right? This is not my quote, I found it somewhere, but desire is a choice I make to be unhappy till I get what I want. Think about it. Desire is a choice I make to stay unhappy till I get what I want. So desire creates restlessness in us, a peacelessness that I have to get, I have to acquire. But if we really looked at the soul, we'd find that there is a lot there, a lot of richness. So anyway, before I get to that, the other thing I want to mention is everyone here seems educated, right? Well-read, well-learned. But then half our lifetime we spent climbing the corporate ladder only to find it was leaning against the wrong wall. So we strived for things in our life thinking that that would make us more happy. But when we got there, then we realized that's not really what I want. And I know so many people, partly because I'm on the spiritual path, but I know so many people who left their corporate jobs to go looking for peace in the mountains, right? Where we were, that gentleman. and many others, because they realized that, yeah, when they were young, they were kind of misled, right? So internet makes us feel less, internet makes us feel we need more, we have to do more, to be more. It's sending wrong messages to us. It's saying that our self-worth is based on how much we have rather than who we really are. And of course, young people will fall for that. Okay. So let's come to now the spiritual side. And the spiritual side tells me that I actually have so much in the soul. But you know what? I don't stop to look here. I'm always looking. What have you got? What have you got? Oh, that's a nice shawl. You know, always looking to the neighbor and then saying, oh, I want that. So big part of spirituality is to see what I have right here, right now, and to be happy with that, to be content with that. And I had another little quote on that. Yeah. So happiness is not having what you want, but wanting what you have. Happiness is not having what you want, but wanting what you have. So, like this deep sense of appreciation of what you have in your life. So, yeah, as I was saying, there is this restlessness created in the soul. And a big part of that restlessness is because I'm looking at others. I'm being extrovert. I'm comparing. Now, what if there was no one to compare with and it was just me? Would I not be content? Like, let's say that yogi on the mountain. He doesn't know somebody's got a Gucci bag, somebody's got a BMW, somebody's got a big house. In fact, his attention is not even there. He's just happy being who he is. And from that place, then I emerge more of that inner wealth. So, have you ever stopped to look to see the contents of your soul? Right? This is something I said this morning to the class. In order to be content, I need to look at the soul and see what I already have. In fact, each and every virtue is worth multi-millions. Peace and sanity is the new rich. Think about it. If you got peace and sanity in your life, you're wealthier than many. And let me comment, yeah, about the wealthy. So there's this book, right? It's now probably a couple of years old, 4,000 Weeks, and it's worth reading that. And he's saying that on average, we have 4,000 weeks to live. Okay, each one of us. And he has many, many thoughts worth, yeah, repeating, revising. So one of the things I remember he says, the wealthy should have more time because they are rich, because they have help, right? They have house help, they have assistants to help them in their job, secretaries. But why is it the wealthy never have time? Because, yeah, you're always creating more, right? So the latest, I mean, this is not what he said, somebody else said, but now it's not about being rich. It's about having the status of being rich. There's a difference. It's not just about how much money you have in your account, but who is the richest. Yeah, so people are now striving for that status, status title. So anyway, back to what he's saying. And so he's saying that, yeah, if you had money, what would you do with that money? Would you not use that money to free yourself up, to have more time for the soul? You would, you should, right? That's why you have the money, so you can be free, so you can be liberated. But in fact, we just tie ourselves more in bondage. All right? So we're not free, we're in fact in bondage. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, peace. Yeah, so what is the formula? Let's talk about that. What is the formula to be happy? You want to know the formula? Huh? To be satisfied. Okay, easy formula. So before spirituality, what did we say? I have to do so that I do so that I have so that I can be, right? So I have to do, I have to get my grades, I have to get that perfect dream job, I have to get the promotion, and then I have the money, right? I have the circle, the friends, and then I can be happy. Hamza says too late. So what's the new formula after spirituality? Exactly. Just to be happy. So new formula is be happy, and then you know what? You will have, right? Happy people always have help, cooperation. They always have people around them. They always have people wanting to help them in their projects. So you will attract the wealth or whatever means you need. Okay. So be happy, you will have, and then you'll be able to accomplish, which is to do. This is actually the modus operandi of success. So where does the being come from? The here. The start is here. Right? That's what spirituality teaches us.
Be happy to be successful, not to be successful to be happy.
Yeah. We have to be happy. Start with happy, happy. Like I always say, if you're not happy with a little, you will not be happy with a lot. So start with counting your blessings. Start with what you have. And many successful people started with that. Just start doing what you're happy doing. And then that grows, that flourishes. Because why? Because of the energy behind it. Isn't it? People like your energy more than the thing itself. So, yeah, happy, happy. So, I have a few points for you to focus on. And that is first, gratitude practice. So, gratitude practice is really appreciating what you have, focusing on what is there and not focusing on what is missing. Right? So, if you got 100 dinar, be happy with that. Don't think about the million that you don't have. And build and build on that. Build on that 100. Yeah. Voila. And it's a bit like giving energy to stuff. It's like the seed, the plant, you're giving it energy, light, metaphoric light. And whatever it is, it grows. And we all have this experience with money here that, your 100 dinar is not your average 100 dinar. It goes a long way because you're using it for a higher purpose. You're using it for benefit of all. So even this monetary value, it's not the value that we might look at from the worldly point of view. It's blessed money. And same with all our skills, our abilities. So look at what you have, because even here, as you know, the center runs not just on cash, but on kind. Everybody's giving their different services, which is priceless. It's worth more than money. So if somebody's giving time to the center, like how can you pay someone to be here? You can't. So their time is priceless, right? So this is what I'm talking about, is be grateful for what you have in your life and measure it by another currency, which is the spiritual currency, not the monetary currency. Yeah, contentment turns what we have into enough. When I'm content, when I'm grateful, that turns everything into it's all enough. Don't need more. Okay, next is simplicity, and that is voluntary simplicity. So not simplicity by force. Not now I'm a beggar, I don't have. No. But choose to live simply. Because really, the more you have, the more worries you have. Yeah, the more houses you have around the world, it's just a lot of tension. I know somebody who has a couple of, well, many houses, but they're selling a couple of them because it's just too much stress to keep them and look after them and, the caretaker and all this. So they're winding down. So what is simplicity? Yeah, simple thoughts create a simple life. Just believe that you need less. We don't need so much entertainment. We don't need so much distraction. That's why we can just be happy by sitting in a place, looking at the ocean, looking at the sun, looking at the trees. Some of us here, like just happy with that. We don't need disco. We don't need entertainment. But again, that's a choice. We're not depriving ourselves. It's a choice. And then that silence helps you to heal. That's the point. You think the sound and the noise will help you to heal? No. Or the gossip, the competition. Do you think all that will help you to heal the soul? No, it just creates more disease. So yeah, it's the silence that is a great healer for the soul. Okay, next. Purpose over possessions. Purpose over possession. So what is a life of success? A life of success is when you're really living your life in purpose. Now, what is purpose? Purpose is like what you think is what you do. When we're not doing what we really want to be doing, then again, we're not happy. We're discontent. There are many people who are just living life, but not living the life they want. And therefore not happy, not content. So this is a big topic, finding your purpose. That doesn't mean you have to leave home to go looking for your purpose. You can be at home, and there's many things on the net. There is a book called The Path that I went through several times, old book, and it makes you choose your qualities. It makes you choose the virtues that you're attracted to, and then you downsize, and then you come to your few, virtues or verbs that you like doing, and then you focus on that. So this takes a bit of soul searching, yeah. But don't think, yeah, by hoarding, collecting possessions, I'm going to be more rich or considered more rich. No, people with a purpose, a mission are much happier than with people who have a lot of things. Okay, next, in inner stillness as opposed to outer, whatever you call it. What, chaos? Hmm? Noise, yeah. So inner stillness, of course, I'm biased to meditation. You can use prayer, whatever method you want to use, but it's really about feeling the center and feeling the calm within your soul. And for that, we do need to sit down somewhere quietly. Give yourself time and space. Don't need to rush. But it's about getting in touch with what's inside. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what will make you rich. Because the people who don't have peace of mind, they're poor. Yeah. People who don't have time are poor. Right? So many things. People who don't have happiness are poor. So what is the rich? It's the sitting, observing, appreciating, and getting in touch with. That's the main thing. Getting in touch with. It's like you have an attic, you have a basement full of stuff, but you never went to see. And you never know what's there. Maybe you find your golden goblet or something, you know? And then you say, wow, I didn't know I had this. So it's the same. Sit and look inside and you'll see. And then the stillness. I love this word stillness. It's like, look at the calm lake as opposed to the, turbulent ocean. The calm, even here sometimes, the beach, is just so calm, so still. And that is so inviting because actually we want that inside. Just the calm, not to react to anything. As soon as I react, I'm losing my power. I'm giving my power away. But when I'm still, I'm the master. I'm in control. Not in control of you or that, but I am in control of me, and that's what matters. That's what I mean about stillness. It's that inner mastery. Okay, last one. Balance. Balance. So what do I mean by that? It means that grow, but don't lose your peace in the process. So keep a balance. So of course we're living in the world. I'm not asking you to be a hermit. Live in the world, but try and keep that inner peace. You can start new projects. You can start a new company. You can start a new venture, whatever, no problem. But keep your peace and sanity with you. Nothing and no one should take that away. Then it's success, right? It's not success if at the cost of my peace, I'm doing all that. That's not success. And so, yeah, many people do get upset and they get worried. They get stressed, and that's not success. That's a loss. Loss of the soul, not profit, right? So I have a question for you. After hearing all that, so what is more for you? Yeah, that's a cliche, yeah? Less is more. Even in design, right? Architecture, less is more. Yeah. But do you really feel that? Are you saying that with conviction, Hamza? So anyway, think about it for a moment. What is more for you? What is more? What is the more that you want? Hmm? Yeah, just take a moment to really look at your soul.
One of the thought
Which is what?
that
More of what the soul has, which is everything good. So yeah, when you really sit to answer this question, you said satisfaction, you said happiness. Yeah, we actually want more of the qualities. More of the quiet, the stillness. Yeah. Peace. Peace with ourselves. Yeah. Peaceful mind. Yes. I think everyone sitting here wants more of that. That's why you're here. More love. Yeah. So now, if we want more of that, what do we need to do? Huh? Meditate. Yeah, but we also have to give more of what we want so that that comes back. Right? Give that which you want and it shall come back. And it shall come back to you in bountiful. That's the point. Everyone has it, Mona. Mona saying, what if you don't have it? We have it inside. As I told you, we forgot. If you, okay, let's take this point. So let's say love. You think I don't have love inside of me. Why don't you just, for one day, 24 hours, just keep saying to yourself, I really love you. I really love me. I really love me. Look in the mirror and say, I really love you and I love everything. And I love my life and I love, just focus on that. And so much love will be generated from inside that then you will exude that love. And then that's the love that others will feel and then they will reciprocate it back. So it just needs attention, right? Where attention goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, life grows. Yeah. So just give that more attention. And we have all the virtues. You might say, I'm not kind, I'm not compassionate. You might say, I'm not quiet. Of course, we all have the ability to be that. So just experiment. And it's there. It's just we don't use it. So if you don't use it, you lose it. Right? That ability. Yeah. And yeah, last. So inner success is peace, prosperity, peace plus prosperity plus integrity is success. Peace, prosperity, what's inside. Integrity is success, is fulfillment. Right? So don't forget that. So you can do anything in the world, but start from this place. The seed should be your peace and inner prosperity. Right? Companies where there is what you call it, like moral, kind of understanding, moral code where employers care for the employees. I mean, spaces like Google, where you can even bring your washing to work. So that could be happening while you're working, and so you've got more time at home. I mean, when they are thinking like this for the employee, they're taking care of the employee, so then they produce more. Do you see? As opposed to, no, that's your home, this is work, and you're just using the whip, you know? Keep working, keep working. So, yeah, when there's that kind of treatment, then more is emerging, more creativity. Yeah. Okay. Anything from your side? When was the last time you really felt satisfied, deeply satisfied? And part B, how long did that last? Yesterday. Okay. Okay, so full day. Good. That was the moment with the mirror. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, you want to take the mic?
Sometimes the definition of happiness is not clear. I remember there was a conversation with, actually with my brother, and I was telling him I'm satisfied, I'm happy. He said, because you didn't try the millions. Once you try it, you are not happy if you lose. So I told him, but what's happiness for you? Is it the number you see it in the bank? How is it? So sometimes we misunderstand the happiness. So again, we go on that vicious cycle of, yeah, I know all this, but again, the happiness I want to reach is that we get caught up with the definition. And so now I think we need to change the meaning of happiness.
So what's that, Shaker?
Yeah, I think happiness to be free, or as you said, you have the time.
Yeah.
You have this, like you are,
Yeah, not
you
in,
own everything you
and not in bondage. For me, big happiness, as you said, free, but the other side is I'm not in bondage to anyone or anything. Yeah, nobody's controlling me. Take the mic. Yeah.
And that's when you are content.
Mm.
When you're content, you don't need bondage.
Yeah.
You don't need anybody.
Exactly.
I think the pleasure and happiness is important differentiation we should find out. Like anything we seek outside is actually it's a pleasure. Like it's not happiness. Anything which you have it from inside, it's happiness. It lasts forever. So any numbers we see in bank or anything we seek outside.
Yeah. We actually say joy.
Yeah.
When it's the soul, we say it's joy, it's bliss. That's the inner. Because happiness can still be like happiness from eating a chocolate cake. That's happiness. It's pleasure, but it's also happiness. Yeah.
Aruna, there is a question from Zoom. How to make it strong when heavy, should we have that? How to make it strong when heavy influence from outside, like getting sick from bad vibrations, don't want to come, I don't want to come under influence, need to remain isolated, free from coming under control, influence of vices. So the question is how to make myself strong
How
from this
to,
heavy
yeah.
influence.
Well, that's where like divine company helps in the beginning, until you make yourself strong, till you build your own immunity. So, like-minded friends. Otherwise, you could easily get convinced with bad company, right? Let's go do this, let's go do that. And then there's gossip, and then there's criticism, and then there's complaint, and you say, yeah, I agree, and I think this, and you can get carried away with that. So it's good to initially have good company, positive company, and talk to people who are already on the journey, on that journey, and who are not going to entertain your negativity. Yeah. And then what happens is, yeah, as I said, you become strong, and you definitely don't go there. Like I don't entertain negativity. I just say, okay, what's your point? And try and get them to see that, and then turn it into something. You turn it around. You see, you're not relishing the negativity or taking joy from it anymore. But back to the happiness thing. Yeah. So, I mean, I think when you start looking at the soul, being soul conscious, doing the inner work, it's a whole new world inside of you. And that whole new world is there for you to explore. And in the meditation, you can, what to say, adventure into this inner world. So there's that inner world of the soul, then there's God to connect with, and then there's this whole idea of serving the world, like giving your best to the world. So again, as I said, that's the life of purpose. And all this, for me anyway, brings a lot of joy. And for that, you don't need a single thing. You don't need a notebook, a pen, you don't need a mic, you don't need a seat, nothing. You can be anywhere doing that and still feel like I'm using my life in a worthwhile way. So that's what I'm saying. When you find your purpose, your mission, then automatically that happiness rises from within. That is the greatest. The other whole aspect is self-control. You know, the self-management, self-sovereignty, what we talk about here, Raja Yoga, meditation, is to become the master over the self. Bad, when I restrain from hearing something bad, when I restrain from eating something I don't want to, like all this self-management, that makes me feel happy, right? In control, in charge. So yeah, it's all connected with, because yeah, it's okay. I'm not saying money is good. Money is good and you need money to survive. But the point is more money doesn't make you more happy. Do you think Bill Gates is a very happy person? Do you think Donald Trump is a very happy person? So these are examples of, yeah, they may have power, they may have a position, but yeah, no peace, no happiness. Did you want to say something? Just take the mic. Where is it?
I guess for me, it's like there's one pillar that if we remind ourselves of it, we'll take over all other things, and that's health, which we take for granted. If we wake up every morning and the first thing we look at the mirror and say, am I healthy? Then I think
Yeah,
we should be very happy,
yeah.
content.
So, you know, there was a radio jockey, and he was saying on the radio, he says, okay, who wants $1 million? And so quite a few people, you know, typed in, said, we, I. He said, I'm happy to give you 2 million, 5 million. Who wants $5 million? And of course, more people. He said, but what if I told you I'll give you $5 million today, but you won't wake up tomorrow? And they said, oh, no, can't have that. So he said, what you are saying then is waking up tomorrow is equal to $5 million or more. Yeah. Sleep one day longer. How? Yeah, part two. Yeah, here means dead. You're gone. Nada. One-way ticket. Yeah. So yeah, this is exactly what you're saying. The fact that I'm able to wake up and breathe and have this body and be able to do good deeds with it, that is priceless. That is worth so much. Yeah. Yeah. Mike to Wadat.
Yeah, Shanti. One of the things which bringing happiness to people is to feel that they are successful. Successful, that's mean I am important And everybody need to feel that they are important and they are making big things. So, but what is successful? Some people, they feel if they build big company and bringing millions dinars, this is a successful. But for me, the successful, you can feel it with like cooking for your family. They are happy. This is successful things.
Yeah,
To feel, yeah, the successful with the small things
exactly.
every day,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
And one of the big things which we learn it here in Harmony, which really give you that self-respect that really you are important. You are not less than others and helping in transforming the whole world by only feeling the peace
Yeah.
and live the peace and giving this peace to others.
Yeah.
So what is the biggest success you wanted?
Yeah.
You are transforming the world, which I think this is the base of happiness. Om Shanti.
Yeah. Lovely. Yeah. So yeah, we have to finish now. So yeah, final thought that, the discontentment, yes. So the discontentment is not because of what we don't have, but because of what we think we should have. Yeah. And that little ego keeps whispering, little more, little more, little more. And so we have to wind down the ego and wind up the soul consciousness. And yeah, you will feel you're on cloud 9. Okay. So yeah, as I said, think about your life. What is it you want more of? And then invest in that. Give that more water of attention. And it will grow. And then, you'll shine, you'll radiate, and others want more of that. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Mona. Welcome.
Hello. مساء الخير. So nice to see the house full. Thank you, Aruna. Beautiful thoughts and reflections. When you were sharing about the happiness, I was thinking for me, sometimes when I wake up and I had a good sleep, I'm happy for that. It could be as simple as that. I was in a wellness place just in the summer in Switzerland, and the doctor was telling me like a few years ago, when people, because she sees all these millionaires and rich people, and she said they, like when they had money, they used to buy more cars, they travel more. And she said now when they are here, they want to book their next wellness retreat, for a week. And she said, I can see this now that people, and they had special classes only for sleeping because people are not sleeping and just calming their nervous system. So imagine how much the soul is going through that now all you want is a good sleep and rest. And so, that's why we have Harmony House. You're all welcome for the Sunday meditations and the classes. I just want to announce for the course that will start in Arabic, the Raja Yoga course. It's called Siyad Adat, Self-Mastery. And that will be for 4 sessions starting on Monday, 3rd November.
What are the dates?
Yeah, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6 November. From 6 to 7:30. So we'll send it on our groups and on the Instagram. But whoever want to be on our database, maybe can register their numbers with Donia. This is Donia. Yes, I think that's it. Thank you. I see new faces coming. Welcome. And thank you very much.